Shut up and sit down.
Oh, hello, welcome to Northwell Side by Side video. If you watched my last video, which was I don't consent, and you're now under the impression I'm just a conspiracy theorist, throw that notion in the bin. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't just look at the stories I'm told by the government and the information I'm fed. I don't just look ahead of me and believe what I'm told in the press, because the BBC and all the other big news corporations are told what to do and what stories to release and when to release them. And you've only got to look at the story with Hugh Edwards, the BBC newsreader, and what happened to him last week. Well, forget what he's done, but what we're going to concentrate on is the day the story broke. The day the story broke was the day Boris Johnson was told by the inquiry that he had to release all of his WhatsApp messages that were received and sent over the Partygate scandal, when all the politicians were doing whatever they wanted to do during the lockdowns and the big C. The BBC broke the story on the day that Boris Johnson should, and he never did, release all these messages. That's just one instance. And when you go looking back at other news stories that broke on certain days, other things were happening that were more important than the story that broke. So say the BBC went, this has happened. That's the story you're going to go and look at. But in the background, to the left, to the right and behind you, more important things are happening in the world, but you're not concentrating on them stories. You're watching the story that you've been told to watch by the press. The press is controlled by the governments in this country. Whilst they've got your attention here, you're not watching what's going on here, and you're not watching what's going on there. So they can get away with things. They can pass laws, change constitution, anything, because you're not aware of what they're doing. And when you question them as to what, say, well, why have you done this? Well, we did tell you. We did consult with the public. Yes, technically they did. They buried the consultation papers in a government website, which nobody goes to look at because nobody knew what they were up to. So, get the notion out your head. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. We're just trying to break the truth to the people who are willing to listen. Subscribe to Jeff Buys Cars, subscribe to Richard Vobes, go through the vast amount of videos that the pair of them have made, because they will explain things better than I ever could do. They're two channels. If you're willing to go and look either side of what's being told in the press, of what's going on. So, anyhow, thanks for listening. Please take this with a pinch of salt if that's the way you choose to do it. I don't mind. But some of you are going to see where I'm coming from, what's going on in the world, once you've watched Richard Vobes, Jeff Buys Cars, and they're only trying to tell you the truth of what's going on. That's all they're trying to do. Stop you looking straight ahead and go and look at other things that are going on at the same time. But the things that are going on to the left and your right and behind you are more important than what you're being told to watch. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up if you enjoy the channel and the videos. Please consider subscribing. Thank you.